But the road in here is a little bit of a challenge.
If you're afraid of heights, I don't know, you might not like this one that much, but
Okay, so I left Sarah in Utah.
it's one of those things you got to do if you're in the area.
Times and places are all in who you share them with. And it's life, and the point is enjoying who you share it with.
Maverick Country Stores, they have cheap fuel, and the best part is they have free dumps. So we could have dumped across the street at the Loves, but it's $10 there. And for some reason that Loves was hard to get in and out of to get to the dump. Maverick, this is in the back. They got truck lanes, dumps. You can't be free.
And in time, what you find is the time is who you spend it with.
Okay, well, we are only a few miles from the spot that I picked for us to boondock that's near Valley of the Gods. I'm a little nervous about it. I read a lot of reviews. I use iOverlander most of the time. Now, a lot of those reviews are like, I think, for very small rigs and vans, but I do kind of cross it with Campendium. I kind of see what those reviews say, and it seems like we should be okay as long as we don't go too far in. So I think the first spot I'm looking at is like only 4.5 miles off the road. There is a wash you have to cross, so I'm a little nervous about that. But I think if we take it slow, like other people said, I think we'll be okay. Fingers crossed.
Okay, so we landed in the dispersed area over in the Valley of the Gods, and it's a pretty amazing place. And this kind of the spots for the dispersed areas are really spread out, so we don't have anybody really close to us. But the road in here is a little bit of a challenge. It's not bad as long as you take it slow. There's a washout you have to go through, and if it was raining, you would not want to go through that washout. There was water in there when we pulled in, but this is gonna be a great place. So we got the rig out here. We got this big spot right here. We got this really nice view over here that we'll be able to see out our windows. And right now it is super quiet, sunny. So we're filling up our solar, and I don't know about cell service. Haven't checked that yet, but I have to kick Starlink out this time.
I am shaking, but I'm alive. I am holding on so tight. I'm a wreck, but I am trying. Can't you see?
Right near Mexican Hat, you can take a scenic drive called the Moki Dugway. Now that means roadside carved in a mountain, and that is definitely what it is. If you're afraid of heights, I don't know, you might not like this one that much, but definitely don't bring your rigs up here. It is our dually, we brought it up here just fine, but it's almost a one lane. It's really cool. You can see the Monument Valley. You can see Valley of the Gods. We actually saw a rig parked out there, but you definitely want to do this one if you're in this area.
No way. I don't know if I would do that.
Okay, so I was just looking down the road at the bottom, and I see somebody's actually hauling their rig up here. It looked bigger than a trailer. It could be a fifth wheel. I don't even know. So I'm going to definitely have to stay up here to see how that turns out.
So that road up the mountain is a little bit of a doozy, but if you're wondering if you could pull your travel trailer up there, well, we saw somebody do it. Not sure I would do that. Road to the boondocking area in the Valley of Gods is a big loop, and we came over in on the bluff side, and we didn't go very far in, again, because of the roads. So we're going to come in on the back side of the loop to see if this is a better way to go and if there's maybe better spots over here. Nothing else. We're just going to get back home. All right, so we're leaving the Valley of Gods. This is a really spectacular. I mean, it's a pretty place. So when you're out there reading boondocking places, there's a lot of opinions, and I'm here to give you another one. So when you pull into this place, if you got a rig as big as ours, I would probably take the first level turnout that you can. There's several spots as you pull in that are beautiful. As you continue to come down this road, the dips get a little bit more, the bumps get a little bit more, and if you go past where we're at, the bumps are pretty bad. So don't drive the loop in your rig unless you got one of those smaller rigs. We've seen a couple small Class C's, and of course like Earth Roamers, or right here to my right is a big overlanding vehicle. Okay, so the spot that we have right here is a great spot. It's wide open. There wasn't a whole lot of stickers for the dogs. And now we're going to hook up, and we're going to take, I think, just like a 23-minute drive to our next spot. Okay, we're all hooked up. Now I just got to get this thing over those little mounds.
One of the things you got to do is you got to stop on the Foreest Gump Road, which is right near Monument Valley. It's right on the way. And it's kind of a crazy place where people drive fast, you run out the road, get your photo, and you run out before you get run over. And yes, we were one of the people that did that. But I also looked it up, and the movie came out in the early mid-90s. It makes me feel really old. So this is definitely a stop you want to do.
This is the first time we have paid for a spot in 143 days. We've been on the streak, but it's only $10. Does it count? Breaks the streak.
We arrived at Goosenecks State Park yesterday. Tiny little short drive day. It wasn't very far, but I knew I wanted to come here. I've always wanted to come here. It's like one of those bucket list things for me. Now it's like $5 to come in. You can watch sunrise, sunset, so per car. That's just a day use fee. But for $10, you can stay. They have some designated areas that have like picnic tables, and they all have fire pits. But the best place is where we are, and that is on the rim. And there's several places on the rim that you can stay. They all have fire pits, and you are literally right on the edge. So we've had amazing sunrise and sunsets. It's been so peaceful up here. And because it's a little bit of the off season, so it gets cold at night, there has not been a lot of people up here. It's also a good location for all the other things we'd like to see in the area. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Gotta move on. We're not sure if there's RV parking. I did read that you could, but I don't see any.
Doesn't look very promising.
It doesn't look promising, even just to get past the gate right there. It doesn't look very promising.
We'll be able to turn around.
No, we won't.
Okay, so I left Sarah in Utah, and the rig is actually parked in New Mexico, and currently I'm in Arizona.
So before we left Utah, there was one more stop we had to make, and it's Four Corners, where we got to stand in the middle of Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, and Colorado. So, man, Utah, you're pretty great. We'll see you next time.
Who you share it with?
We're eating fry bread in New Mexico. That point. What's that point called? Let's go ask Sarah. After leaving Utah, visiting Colorado, and making a quick stop by Arizona.
All within the last, 15 minutes.
Moki Dugway.
The Moki, I don't know what it's called now.
Moki Dugway.
Moki, that's pretty fast. Moki Dugway. Get around.
Joy